5. Touchdown, Longview.
No, you're fine.
All right, thanks.
I'm about to play the opener for the pregame.
Okay.
And I'll count you guys in about 20 seconds.
Boy, Redmond is a man, isn't he? Sergio.
Here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, welcome back once again, everyone, to Texas Stadium. Eddie Richardson along with Brent Taylor, Johnny Vaughn, and Mike Richardson. It's the State 4A semifinals, the last high school game to be played at Texas Stadium, featuring Denton Geyer and your own Longview Lobos. We'd like to remind you that Lobo football has been brought to you this year by Lively Cadillac GMC, Horaney's, Southside Bank, Chick-fil-A, the Gans & Smith Insurance Agency, the Maid-Rite Bottling Company, your local Dr. Pepper distributor, Woodhalla Golf Course, Plano Marine of East Texas, Texas Bank and Trust, Burger King, Crosby Lebus Manufacturing, the Good Shepherd Medical Center, and United Built Homes of Tyler. Thank you for your sponsorship of Lobo football. And now here to tell you about this game tonight, the semifinal game, Longview and Denton Geyer, Brent Taylor and Johnny Vaughn.
Denton Geyer 12-2 on the season, and they've got a big offensive line, a lot of multiple looks on offense, a big team on the defensive line, the side of the ball. Longview 13-1 on the season in regular play. They had one forfeit against Evangel, but the only loss on the field is to Allen, who still is going to play next week for the state championship. And Longview's one of those kind that finds a way to win, John. This was going to be a good one. Longview received to start the football game. This is Longview's 8th straight trip to the playoffs, the deepest since the state run to the semifinal game. Of course, these two have never played. Longview coached by John King, Denton Geyer coached by John Walsh. He's a former assistant at Brownwood High School. Longview's got their all green on tonight with the white numbers. Denton Geyer's got on their silver helmets, white jerseys, black numbers, Oakland Raider type. The weather is almost perfect. There's been a heavy wind today, but not in Texas Stadium. Temperature is about 51 degrees at kickoff. This should be a good one.
You know, Brent, I always like to get the ball first. I think you have an opportunity to kind of impose your will on the other team. And I think setting the tempo of games early is important. And I'm glad to see Longview get the ball here. I think that's to their advantage. And one thing I'm going to mention in this game, and I'm going to do it now, is just because you get up in a game, teams at this point in the season do not give up. And so you cannot let people off the mat. You saw it last week against Waco Midway, us. You saw Denton Geyer was down 21-0 and came back and won the game. So if you're a Lobo fan or if you're a Longview Lobo and you get up and or down, you just don't lose your focus. You keep expecting the other team to respond in one way or the other. At this level, you know, there's only 4 teams left, and there's only 3 now because Lake Travis has already won. So
and John, your point is well made because that's exactly true. Sam Osbach will kick it off for Denton Geyer. Here comes the kick. This one's kicked high, and it's going to go deep, and it's going to go to McCray at the 5-yard line. Back he comes up the field. 10, 15. He bears his way to the 19. 1st and 10 Longview at the 19-yard line. They'll scrimmage Ratliff, Redmond, Bourne the center, Portley, and Reeves. Taylor the tight end. The wide receivers are Hollins along with Kerry Fortson. Aaron Johnson, the quarterback. Oliver and McCray are the running backs. And finally, quickly, before we get started, I want to say one thing. D.A. Benton and my mother-in-law, Jean Perkins. I think they've had season tickets since 1947. My late father, Tillman Perkins. They're not here listening in. 2 wides to the far side of the field. I formation for Longview. There's a bootleg pass. Johnson looks up the field. They crank it deep down the field. He's got a man. He's got it. Hollins at the 20, at the 10, at the 5. Touchdown! Longview in the first play of the game. 81 yards.
Brent, that's why I say you want the ball first, because you got a chance to make big plays early, and they did. That was a bootleg play to Aaron Johnson. He rolled to his left, and Kerry, was that Fortune or Hollins?
Hollins, I think it was Hollins.
Hollins, okay. Yeah. Hollins had beaten his man up the sideline. The ball was perfectly thrown, and Longview has a score in the first 15 seconds of this game.
81 yards. It is 6-0 Longview. Here's Jenkins to kick the extra point. Snap good, kick up, kick is up, and the kick is good. 7-0 Longview with 11:44 to go first quarter. Longview off the mark early. We'll be back on 104.1 The Ranch in 1 minute.